Welcome to the English grammar class. This lesson is about voice, active and passive voice of present perfect tense. I'm going to show you the formula of active and passive voice of present perfect tense. The formula of present perfect tense active voice is has or have plus start form of the verb. Passive voice is has or have been plus start form of the verb. Has should be used with persons like he, she, it, singular noun. Have should be used with I, we, you, they, any plural noun. Remember the rules. The position of the subject and object will be interchanged. A subject is a noun or a pronoun which comes before a verb, whereas an object is a noun or a pronoun which comes after a verb. The verb will change according to the tense formula of the voice. Both the negative and interrogative forms will remain the same in active and passive voice. Sometimes the preposition by can be replaced with, at, in, with, to, etc. Let us remember the pronouns in the subjective and objective forms. I in the subjective form changes into me in the objective form. We change into us. He changes into him. She changes into her. They change into them. It remains the same. It. You remain the same as you. Let us learn how to change into passive voice. The formula is has or have been plus start form of the verb. Here are some examples. Number 1. Active. I have bought a new bike. I is the subject. A new bike is the object. We have to interchange the position of the subject and the object. Let's change into passive. We'll start with a new bike. Since a new bike is a singular noun, we have to use with has. Then been bought by, I will change into me. A new bike has been bought by me. Next, number 2, active. We have not won the match. This sentence is a negative sentence. We'll change again into negative sentence in the passive voice. Here, the object is the match. We'll take down the match first in the passive voice. And the match is singular noun. We have to use with has. And take down not been won by, we will change into us. Number 3, active. Have you read this story? This is question form. And we'll change again into question form in the passive voice. Let us find out the object. The object here is this story. This is singular noun. We have to use with has. So let us change into passive voice. We have to begin with has. Take down this story been read by you. Has this story been read by you? And the next one is number 4, active. What have you done? This is another question form which begins with interrogative word what. Remember, the interrogative words will remain the same in the passive voice, and we have to start with what again in the passive voice. Now let us try. Passive form is what has been done by you. And number 5, active. Who has drawn this lovely picture? This is another question form which begins with who. Remember, who in the active voice will change into by whom in the passive voice. Now let us find the object. The object here is this lovely picture. It is singular noun. We have to use with has. Let us change into passive. By whom has this lovely picture been drawn? We have just explained how to change into passive voice. Now let us learn how to change into active voice. We need to go back to the formula of present perfect tense active, that is has or have plus start form of the verb. Here are some examples. Passive. The toys have been broken by him. Here, the toys is the subject, broken is the verb, him is the object. We have to interchange the position of the subject and the object when we change into active voice again. Let us first change him into the subjective form. He has broken the toys. He has broken the toys. Number 2, passive. I have not been asked any questions by the teacher. In this sentence, I is the subject and the teacher is the object. When we change into active voice, we'll take down the teacher first. Since it is singular now, we have to use with has. And don't forget to take down the negative not and us, and I will change into me and take down any question. The teacher has not asked me any question. Let's go to the next. Number 3, passive. Has this house been built by them? This is question form and will change again into question form in the active voice. The object here is them. The subjective form is they. Since they is plural person, we have to use with have. Let us change into active. Since we are going to change into question form again, we have to start with have. Take down they built this house. Have they built this house? Number 4, passive. When have the oranges been sold out by her? This is another question form which begins with interrogative word when. Remember, we have to take down the word when again in the active voice in the first place. And the object here is her. Its subjective form is she. She is singular person, so we have to use with has. Now let us change into active. Take down when. Has she sold out the oranges? When has she sold out the oranges? Number 5, passive. By whom has the food been prepared? Here the question begins with by whom. And remember that by whom in the passive voice will change back into who in the active voice. Let's change into active voice. Who, and let us assume the doer of action as singular person. Then we can put the verb has. Who has prepared the food? And the next question is number 6, passive. Her sari has been stolen. This is a very tricky question because there is no object, no doer of action in the sentence. But it is understood that the doer of the action is the thief. Let us change into active. The thief has stolen her sari. The thief has stolen her sari. So this is the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for your attention. I'll be back. Till then, bye.